Well, that explains the bug and why I'm feeling a bit rotten for that. It appears I have got the COVID. I'm on, I think my symptoms started Tuesday, it's now Thursday. I've done lateral flow tests every day. They've all been negative, but today, and I will say that this is from a new batch that the missus has just got. So the other flow tests were a bit older. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't show up, I don't know. This is a new one that's just, she only got this a couple of days ago. Yeah, that's positive, I've got it. So, what a pain. So I'm going to have to try and keep my distance from everybody. I've limited my interaction with the guys. They haven't needed me for the last, well, this week. I haven't been sleeping very well, so I haven't been going out and seeing them in the morning anyway. So hopefully they're okay. But I think this came from Holly, and Holly gave it to Julie, and Julie gave it to me. So it is only a matter of time before it goes through the tree team, I suppose. But I hope they don't. So, right. I've got to get fuel, so mask, gloves. Why have I got to get fuel? Okay. Why am I going anywhere? I've still got stuff to do. There's still things to be done. I've got a couple of jobs that I can do by myself. Doesn't interact with anybody else, so I can still go and earn a quid. Last thing I intend to do is lie in bed feeling sorry for myself. I've got a few wasp nests, so I can go and do them by myself quietly. And Reg is down at the other farm. Apparently they're putting the bridge in, so I'd like to go down and see what they're doing. I'll keep my distance from the guys, but we're outside. As long as I stay the good 2 or 3 meters away, don't cough in their direction, anything, we should be okay. So I'll be as responsible as I can be. It's strange how the world has reverted back to where it was before. The looks I was getting in the garage because I was wearing the mask. Even on the pump I wore a mask, and I was wearing the little plastic gloves that they supply. The gloves are there to protect your hand against fuel spills, but the way I look at it, they'll protect me against fuel spills, but I even use them to open the door to go into the shop. So, you try not to spread it about. So, right, okay, that should be enough fuel to last me 2 or 3 weeks. I've got no intention of going very far. Not for a day or two anyway. No further than I have to. There's a field of barley out there, I reckon that's ready for the combine. Won't be long. Our roads will get busy. Combines and trailers and... yeah, harvest time is almost here. Right, we are almost at the farm. We're going to see what Reg and Andy are up to. Putting this bridge in. And then I got to pay a visit to the old farmhouse where my dad used to live, because they got a wasp nest. And we'll go and sort that out. And then that's me done over here. So I was supposed to be doing some quotes this afternoon. I've put them off because there's no point me going to people's houses and risking spreading this around. So even the wasp nest I did last night, up till then I didn't believe I had COVID, but I still said to the customer, I'm not coming in the house, I'll go around the outside and I just won't touch anything. And I used all my own kit, all my own ladders, and the only stuff I touched was our stuff. So, yeah, but at least it explains why I feel rough. Not put me in my bed yet, and I'm hoping it won't. I ain't got time for that. No. I ain't gonna get very close.
Why? You got COVID? What's that?
2 red lines on my COVID test. So apparently I got it.
Oh, have you? How do you feel?
Rough. Yeah.
No, do you feel bad, do you?
Not slept well for the last 2 nights.
Right.
Headaches, sore throat.
So
it's just like
symptoms of what everyone's been saying then?
Yeah. I'm just generally feeling mank.
When did you get test positive?
So I've been testing every day this week because mother-in-law's been poorly as well. But today's the first positive one I've had. But I got a funny feeling some of the tests I had were older ones.
Yeah.
So
it might not be showing up. Like.
Possible. So the missus gave me a fresh one today.
Oh, nice.
And there it was. So, is there a pipe in there now?
Oh, yes.
So there is. That's a big pipe, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got to get in there with a shovel in a minute. I have to push it back either way.
Richard Cornutt, welcome to the COVID Club. Do you want to borrow a box set of the $6 Million Man? I lent it because when he had it, he was in. I think it put him in bed for 2 days.
He did say.
He was quite poorly with it.
He ended up with the pump turn, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, he went back to work too soon, and had a swollen heart.
Oh, no, ain't no good, is it?
So,
I know he went down on his birthday, didn't he? I don't think they had to put the jump leads on him. I think he might.
No, I think I think it was all right, but
put the jump leads on and get him going again.
He happened to put a post on social media saying, "Oh, gonna have to get your box sets out," and I missed this guy. And I had 6. I thought, I've got that box set, so I lent it to him.
So you sent it to him.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a funny old job.
Isn't it? Well.
So you just feel like you've just got a bad cold then?
Yeah. Just feel like I got a bad cold, aches and pains. Yeah. So this morning I wake up at the bottom of my spine, when my spine joins my pelvis.
Yeah.
That was all painful and achy. Yeah.
Appetite, taste buds, anything like that? Or?
I had curry for lunch today, and I got to admit the curry wasn't as good as it usually is. But I usually have.
You couldn't taste it? Or?
Well, no, I usually have a lamb curry.
Oh yeah.
And it was a chicken curry, and I always found chicken curry is a bit nondescript anyway.
Well, the chicken ain't got a lot of flavour to it anyway, is it?
So, yeah.
You need the curry to give it some taste. Quite sure where he's going this way.
No, I'm not sure where he's going either. Archaeologists are going to love that in 100 years' time. Look at all that pottery in there.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Is that plant pots?
All sorts.
Is it? Yeah. Afternoon world, welcome to Friday, is it 8th? Yeah, 8th of July, so I don't know if I'm coming or going at the moment. So it was confirmed yesterday that I do actually have the COVID. So I'm just keeping my distance from everybody, which I've been doing anyway for the last few days as it is. I saw my dad last Sunday, I've not seen him since, and as far as I'm aware, he's okay. Yeah, oh, it's not fun. You know, it's not killing me, but it's just not fun. Anyway, guys have got to go and do a job this afternoon in my Land Rover. Well, I drove that 2 days ago, so I'm just going to go wipe down everything. This stuff apparently kills COVID-19 virus, apparently. So I said I'm going to put the key in it, wipe the key down with this, wipe all the surfaces down, so hopefully they're safe in there. I know this is probably a waste of time, but at the end of the day, I don't want them coming down with it, because I can't afford to have them off poorly, especially next week, because Ewan and Oz are off on training course all next week, and not cheap putting the guys through training. So the last thing I want is them ringing in sick Monday saying, sorry boss, I can't go, because that would be not good. So yeah, whatever I can do to make life for them a little bit safer, that's what I got to do. So like I say, I think I'm on the downward slope now of getting better and recovering. Still feel lethargic, still got lead in my boots, and motivation seems to be lacking, shall we say. But yeah, I think it's been as bad as it's going to be. I don't think it's going to get any worse than it is now. So hopefully by next week we'll be sorted. Spoke to the contractor over at Tether Farm this morning, and he is mowing today, because I basically said if he can't mow today, I'll have to. And he said no, he's mowing today, so that'll be that job done. Just had the bill for the last set of bales. I knew it was going to be more expensive than last year, because he'd already pre-warned me, and it's kind of, well, it's inevitable really, because the cost of fuel, maintenance, tractors, servicing, insurances, everything's gone up. So speaking of insurance, just in case any of you have not thought of it, I've actually contacted NFU this morning and said, do I need to have another review of my insurance? Bearing in mind that when you do your insurance every year, you have a value. Everything has a value. My tractor has a value, the Land Rover has a value, the hay in the barn has a value, everything has a value. And the value that it was in January this year, as in what it would cost to replace, is no longer valid. So even if it's only 10%, even if you'd say, right, everything's gone up by 10%, that still means that if you have to make a claim on your insurance and you're 10% short of the value, well, if it comes to like a £150,000 tractor or something, that's a lot of money. So although it will put our insurance premium up a bit, which we kind of understand, we're going to have a second review of our insurance, which we've never done before. Our review is every year in January, but this year we're going to do two, and we'll probably make sure that we're properly covered on the insurances. So yeah, I think we can do that over the phone. But yeah, if you're not sure, ring your insurance and just sort of say, do I need to have a second review this year and reevaluate all the values of my equipment and my stock? Because every one of those bales will have cost me over £10 to make. Now usually that's about £6, but every one of those is best part of £10 just to make it. So there's £800 just there. Well, at the moment, that's probably only insured for £600. If I have a fire, I've got to find that extra £200, on top to replace it. And the barn I think was 17,000 to rebuild this barn. Well, that's probably 23, 24 now. 17 grand ain't going to cut it. So, not that I intend burning the barn down, but just something you guys ought to be thinking about is, do I need to redo my insurance? So, okay, I know I've breathed all over it, but I'm doing my best I can to make sure my guys don't catch this bug. Right, so they're mowing it over the farm, so I am going to need this. Probably not today, probably tomorrow I'll spin the grass over there. Hopefully I'm feeling a bit better then. But that means the tractor's free this afternoon. And I do have another job that needs doing, and it kind of needs doing now. So that's got to come off. And while the engine's off, you can come off. That's that bit done. So a little bit of news on the tractor front while we're here as well. George from Cotswold Farm Machinery called in to see me yesterday to have a look at this tractor, take some photographs and some notes and stuff like that. And we're going to be looking at a Case Maxim 125 with them. They haven't got it in stock yet. Apparently they've got a tractor coming in stock, and so they're going to look at that, and he's going to look at a deal, or trying to sharpen his pencil and do a deal for me to replace this tractor with a new Case Maxim 125. I'm not going with all the electronic wizardry and gizmos and screens and all that. I don't need that. I'm basically upgrading this one for a better tractor, bit more power, suspension, cab suspension and front suspension, so it's more comfortable for me. I'm looking at manual spools. I'm not interested in all the gizmos and stuff like that. So as far as I'm aware, the insert of the tractor is going to be very, very similar to this. Same size, similar layout, different gearbox. It's an easier gearbox to use, but yeah, and more modern. So that's the option. So we're going to go down the road at the minute of looking to replace with brand new, but I have told everybody that I will also look at good second hand, and if there's a way I can avoid getting AdBlue involved, then I would be interested in that. So that's the case, man. Marley from New Holland called me this morning to say that they're delivering a new T5 Monday to another local farmer with a loader fitted, and would I like them to drop into the yard on the way and I could have a look at that. And I said yes. He did offer me a drive in it. I said, well, no, because I've got COVID. I don't want to be touching someone else's tractor, although I might be not infectious then. I said, no, I won't get into someone else's tractor. And not only that, because you're delivering it to somebody, I said, I won't drive it out of principle, because it's like someone having a new pair of shoes, and then, but you know someone else has worn them before you. It's kind of not on. You know, someone's bought and paid for that tractor, not so somebody else can drive it before him. You know, you have it first. I think you know what I mean. It's just one of those things where I wouldn't like it if it was done to me, so I won't do it to somebody else.
Just say play BBC News.
So what am I doing today? Well, in all honesty, not a lot, because I'm still in the grip of this blinking COVID bug. I don't reckon I've suffered as much as some other folks have, but it's bad enough. So we're going to take this off, put the topper on. We let the cattle have the best of the grass out on the golf course. All that's left now is the thistles. They're all well into flower now, and the best time to knock a thistle down is when it's in flower. In other words, if I don't do it now, by the time I finish haymaking, they'll be going to seed. It's too late. Sorry. Right, that's the topper on. We're all set up, ready to go. I set him to cut fairly tight on the ground on this one. I don't want to leave any thistles alive. Shall we? Let's have you down a bit actually, it's a bit high. That's better. Thistles don't like that thing. Not one bit. Yep. It's a quiet job, but I'll be glad to get it done. No thistles. Make her burp a bit, doesn't it?